Some of my interests outside of work are spending time with family and friends. I love to go to the movies, see artwork. I love learning new things and doing things um, new. I love trying new things. I'm a really big family person, so outside of work, I'm mostly spending time with my family. Um, I love movies. I love going to the movies, and I love reading books. I like a lot of that. So most of the time when I'm not at work, that's what that's what I'm doing. Um, a second. One of the most difficult decisions that I made in my life is um, probably deciding if I wanted to go back to college or not. And my reason for that is because um, when I went to college, it was the start of, well, it wasn't really the start. It was kind of the middle of the pandemic when COVID um, was kind of in the middle. Um, and being in college, being by myself, being quarantined in a room for weeks upon weeks because somebody on our floor had COVID was really hard because, like I said, I'm a family person, so being away from family is hard for me. And I was fully prepared to be away from family, but to be away from everyone for weeks upon weeks was a lot for me. And I have a lot of anxiety, so um, when I start to um, notice these things, it creates problems. So going back to school is sort of scary right now um, because of COVID and everything, it was really hard for me to focus on school and focus on what I needed to do in school. So most of the time, it felt like I was a failure because COVID made it so hard for me to learn because I was on campus, but I was still taking online classes. So I had the resources. I could go to the library, I could go get food, I could do the social events, but at the same time, I was still online taking classes, and it made me feel like I was still failing in life because I am not I'm not good with online learning. So if I need to learn something, I'm a very visual person. I need someone to show it to me. I need you to show me from front to back, and I pick it up pretty quickly once you show it to me, but if you don't show it to me, then there's no way for me to pick it up. So online learning was really hard for me. So going back to school would be my reasoning for that. And then, what would I do if I noticed a coworker was underperforming? Um, Honestly, if I noticed it, I'd probably try to have a conversation with them and just see what's going on. Maybe they have something going on in their lives that's, preventing them from doing things to the fullest of their abilities, and life happens. So sometimes you have a bad day, and days can ruin, you know, what's going on for you that day. Everyone has bad days. So if you're having a bad day and you just need someone to talk to, or if they honestly just don't know what they're doing, I would honestly just talk to them, help them figure it out. And if they can't figure it out, then we go ask someone for help. And if that's a supervisor, that's a supervisor. If it's not a supervisor, then we figure it out. And if we can't, just ask someone. And if it gets to the point where they don't want help or they're not willing to accept help, then I'd probably just notify a supervisor very gently, hey, I noticed someone, is having a little bit of trouble. Maybe reach out to them to see if they're doing okay. And that's really it. Let me see. the last question was. And I think that's it. So thank you, and I really hope you guys choose me.